Because each year it resets, right? It's the same
Correct.
probability for all 4
So
years. So it's
the probability then that it doesn't rain is quite correct. It's 0.84. And I'm just writing down the second, the third year, and lastly the fourth year. And you were quite right to say, well, should I write it down as a big multiplication, or should I write it down, if I picked up correctly, like that?
yeah.
And both are correct, but isn't that less buttons to press?
Yeah.
Now, you're probably going to get some ridiculously ugly answer. That's why we're going to round it off to 3 decimal places. So I have 0.84 to the power of 4, and I got my answer. Have you got your answer yet?
I'm plugging it in right now. I was almost there. Yeah, it's a crazy gross number. I got 0.49787136. It says rounded to 3 decimals. So
Okay, so tell me what that would be as 3 then.
So it would be 0.498.
You nailed it.
It's a 7 round.
Yep. Now, the last
So
one is going, yeah,
Or
that's
7.
probably,
So what is the probability that will rain on at least once during the attendance? So if I'm doing it, so during the 4 years, so then I would just take the 0.16, which is the chance each year, and I would just multiply that like I did the other one, right?
unfortunately, no, not this time. It's much more difficult to do this one. So what you're being asked to find is a probability that it rains at least once, right? Let's make sure it's the right way around. Yeah, that it rains
at least once during the 4 years of attendance.
Right, at least once in the 4 years. Now, you might say, well, can't I just use, like you did, 0.16, 0.16, 0.16, 0.16? But if you multiply those 4 together, all you're calculating is one of the possibilities. You're finding that it rained all 4 days. But couldn't it rain just 3 of the 4 years? Or 2 of the 4 years? Oh, God. Or 1 of those 4 years? And can you imagine it could be the second year that it rained or the last year? If you try to write it down that way, you'll be here to Christmas. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the complement. We're going to find the exact opposite of that event. And we're going to find that event first. And if I know what the complement of event is, can't I then just work backwards and figure out the guy I really wanted to know in the first place? So the exact opposite of raining at least once in 4 years, right?
It's not raining during 4 years, which we just did on part B, right?
And not raining in 4 years is 0.498. You nailed it. Now, that's not where we're going to get. That's the complement of what we want to get.
Yeah.
I know how you get that now. If you know this, how does that help you get that? If this is the complement of that, how does knowing this guy allow me to find that one?
Isn't that the opposite of it then?
Yes. And what's the opposite of 0.498?
I have no idea.
Take it away from what? Oh, come on. Take it away from one.
I'm not sure. That just totally made my brain freeze.
Okay.
So out of 100? Or out of 1?
Out of 1. Right. So the answer, it rains at least once, is 1 take away the probability, right? The one that we've just found of not raining at all.
Yes, that's where you do 1 minus.
And that gets you point.
Syntax error, because I did it wrong. So 0.502.
Correct.
So that's how you the other one. Oh my gosh, my brain.